ik ben Binti en dit is Elias. Welkom op mijn kanaal. Ik verkoop koekjes voor de okkapies.
Mama, er is een meisje en die verkoopt iets.
Ik ben een jongen.
Ze heeft ongelooflijk veel moed en talent. Geef haar liefde en een daverend applaus, want hier is de enige echte
Let's go!
Pourquoi tu décroches pas ton téléphone, toi?
Maar we mochten niet bellen naar de bibliotheek.
Flikken!
Dis bien.
De politie wil ons oppakken. We hebben niks gedaan hoor. We hebben geen papieren. Ik ben mijn papa kwijt. Papa!
Elias?
Papa zegt, als je geen papieren hebt, dat je dan wel leeft, maar niet bestaat. Ik heb 1000 abonnees op mijn kanaal. Dan besta ik toch? Binti, je moet een video maken voor de Okapi-sites om bewustzijn te creëren. Take 23. Yo, ik ben Elias. Take 86.
Cause I'm a big, big girl in a big, big club with a lot of stuff. And sometimes I'm lost, but I don't wanna be forgotten.
Check onze volgende video. En voor alle informatie, check de bio.
No, 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 no.
I don't wanna be forgotten.
Where are they? Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another Talent Talks today. And we're going to have two guests today. The first one is here. It's Tatyana Beloy.
Hello, nice
Hello,
to meet you.
thank you for joining us. First of all, cheers. They just gave us the Prosecco here, so we're just going to have a little sip. So, how are you, first of all?
I'm very good, thank you. It's a lovely day here in Malta.
When did you arrive, Malta?
Yesterday. Yes, it's my first time here and I'm really impressed. I find the streets very romantic. I went to see the grotto today.
The Blue Grotto, yeah.
Yeah, we had a little swim, so yeah, very nice.
Great. And you are from?
I'm from Belgium, yes. My father is from Africa, but I'm from Belgium. I'm born in Belgium.
And you are one of the actresses in the film Binti, which
correct.
is a film from Belgium and the Netherlands. I think it was a co-production.
Yes.
And it is screening as part of the Valletta Film Festival in the teens only section. And we will remind them later as well, but just to inform you that it will screen tomorrow, Wednesday, at 4 p.m. at Spazio Creative, which is the St. James Cavalier space. So, Binti, tell us a little bit about the film, first of all.
Well, actually, it's a film who a friend of mine made. Her name is Frederike. She wrote a script a couple of years ago. It's about a father and a daughter who have to leave because they don't have papers. So actually, the subject is quite hard, but the movie is very playful. It's a very tough subject, I think. I cried when I watched it, or
Me
when
too.
I read the script.
I cried as well.
But I think it's a must-see. So I have a very small part, but I was there from the beginning because, you know, my friend, she wrote it, she gave it to me, she was like, can you read it? Can you give some comments? And yeah, so I saw like all the steps, and then a couple of years later, there's the movie.
Of course, that's the journey of every film that it starts.
Like it goes.
Okay, and so Frederica is a close friend of yours. Where did the inspiration come from for this film, for her to write and direct this film?
We were in high school together, and then I know she studied in New York acting school. She went to France to study like behind the camera. I don't know. I think she's been like in many places. She lived in many places. So I think I don't know. She just wanted to make something about that. I'm not a director, so I couldn't not really say. But I think it's a subject that really matters, even in Belgium and maybe
around the world.
Around
I think.
the world,
even in Malta, it's a very.
So it's a common subject.
Yeah.
So I think she really wanted to have like a voice with her movie. So that's I think why she made it.
Okay, let's tell them a little bit about the story. So we have this father and the daughter,
yes.
And we see them that there's a raid in the place that they live, and the daughter is a vlogger.
Yes.
She wants to be a vlogger.
Yes.
And she is a huge fan of your character, which is Tatyana.
Yes.
They don't use your surname in the movie.
No, it's actually funny because I don't really play a character, because in Belgium I also work for a kids television channel. So actually in the movie the main character looks up to me, but I just play myself, the presenter. I work for it's called Catnet. It's a channel, and all the kids in Belgium, they know. So that's actually why I'm in the movie, because she tries by vlogging to help people for her to stay in Belgium. So she needs like famous people who can help her with her vlog channel.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, after I watched the movie, I was looking a bit about researching you, and I realized you were playing yourself actually.
Yes,
so
it's true. So Frederica said, like, do you want to be in a movie? Because I think that really matches. I was like, yeah, it's fine. But the funny thing is, the girl who plays the Binti, Bebel, her name is, she was at my summer course. So I organize like summer courses for kids. It's called Superstar.
And this is also mentioned in the movie.
Yes,
the little girl mentions
we
that.
actually filmed at Superstar.
Okay.
Yeah. And I saw Bebel during summer course, and I have many kids. I see like every week 160 kids. But you know, some people they just have it. And I said, Frederica, you know, I've read your script, the scenario. I think I found your main character. And she was like, no, I'm gonna do auditions. I really want a black girl, she said. You know, like proper black, not brown, but like a real black girl. And I was like, yeah, she's mixed race, but she's actually really good. She's very natural. And she was like, no, we'll see. And then she went to the audition and she called me and she was like, wow, this girl is amazing.
Yes.
And I said, I told you. And then her father in the movie is actually really her father.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Balogie is a famous singer in Belgium. So he auditioned too. So yeah, they played together, which was sometimes very hard because they had to play that they had to leave, you know, town, and there was
That's fantastic.
So when I asked Bebel, how was it with your father? It was like, yeah, tough, and it was really hard, you know. But
you can see the relationship. I thought
beautiful.
they were just like very good actors, but yes, you can see that they're very close.
Yeah,
and
there are good actors, but I think sometimes it makes it even harder because in a way that she feels it, but how can I say it? It's tough, you know, because for a child, when you have to play a character, it's difficult when your parents are watching.
Yes, that's
so
true.
she had to cry and she had to be really sad, and her father
imagine.
was there. So I think it's tough.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's true. I mean, after watching the movies, the first thing you say is like, "Wow, this child is super talented, very natural,
Very
and she
natural.
fit the part 110%.
Yes.
she was perfect for the part.
Yeah,
so you were right. And
Yeah, so actually Frederica said, like, do you want to be in a movie? I was like, yeah, sure. And then she said, we need a venue where you present. And I was like, yeah, maybe you should come to Superstar, because the kids in the summer, they have the course, and at the end of the week, they do a big performance. So she was like, yeah, we do a short scene, you know, when you
we
have
see
your
this
Superstar.
at the very end.
Yes.
We see the scene at the very end where she's actually you are interviewing her.
Yes.
Yes.
And as it goes, you know, on film set, sometimes it goes slow, then something goes wrong. So I was there stressing about, okay, these kids have to perform. The parents are coming, like 800 parents are coming in. And then we were still filming, so it was a bit of a stressy day. But it was a lot of fun, because also the kids know Bebel, Binti, because she was the year before, she was at Superstar. So yeah, actually it turned out very well.
Fantastic. And so the film is a bit of a fairy tale. So it tackles very important subjects. So illegal immigration, but then it's a very human story. But it's tackled in a very light-hearted way. in a way as well. So
True.
it's a lot of fun, and I think it leaves you with a good feeling at the end.
It is. I don't know about the things in Malta, but is like online digital vlogging, is that something that happens a lot in Malta?
I think, yeah, just like everywhere else, it's not. We do have some influencers and Instagrammers and vloggers as well, but
Because I think in Belgium it's really coming up. So Frederike, the director, she really chose, okay, Binti, she's a vlogger, but it's common, but it's all new. You know, in Belgium, in the Netherlands, you have very famous YouTubers. In Belgium we have, but not so many. So I think that makes the movie very young for teenagers because the vlogging is in it and, you know, filming herself all the time. So that makes it young, but the subject is really for adults, I think. So it's a very nice combination.
Yes, and you can see that it's a fresh take, as in there's a lot of colors, and you can see that the younger generation is very talented at these social media, and that she makes these amazing videos. Obviously, it's a film, so obviously the effects are enhanced, and
she made it herself, and I think that makes it so natural, because if you're gonna direct a child and say how she has to do it, she probably directed it a little bit, but the vlogging, the kids are better than we are.
Yes,
so you just give them a camera and they
she speaks
make
to the camera in a very natural way, and you believe it. You believe that she is actually a vlogger. I don't know what the little actress does if she.
Oh, she's not a vlogger.
She's not a vlogger,
no,
but
she's not a vlogger.
you can totally believe that.
Yeah, I don't even think she's allowed on Instagram yet, because she's
too young.
She's too young. Yes.
yeah. But also, so yes, this social media role is kind of important in the film, and for there's a lot of talk about the negativity about social media and their effects on the young people. But here, I found it was really interesting that it had a positive effect. In the end, it served something very positive.
That's the problem or the good side of social media. I think we don't have or in Belgium, the kids don't have a social media hygiene. How do you say? They're all the time on internet, and you know. But for some reason, sometimes it's a really good thing. So I think the balance is very good in a movie.
Yes, I think so as well. In the film we also see a sort of representation of Belgian society as well. So we have a little bit of mixture of the Flemish-speaking characters. There's some French from the French-speaking part of Belgium, and I think it's very interesting to see this mix in the film. Which I lived in Belgium as well, so I could see that it's the mixture of languages, how people switch from one language to another. It's very natural.
Yeah, I felt like when I was on set, it felt very international, because the father, he speaks French, and then Frederike, because she studied in France, her French is like amazing, and there were like people French speaking people on set, and then she was talking in English, so it felt very international, but it all blended in. It didn't feel weird. It just felt like very normal, and the actors were all together, and it was a good atmosphere.
Yes, you could feel that as well. And now tell us a little bit about your career in Belgium. So,
well, I'm an actress from Belgium. I studied in London. I went to East 15 Acting University. Then I moved to the Netherlands to do musical, and then I was like, oh, I want to go to LA because I want to do more acting courses. So I lived 2 years in LA, and then I was like, all right, now I'm going to come back to Belgium and I'm going to do my thing. And I was like, okay, I'm ready for you. And then I thought, oh, I have to audition and I have to wait for parts. And I was like, that doesn't make me very happy. So I should find something else that I like. So I thought, what else do I like? And then I thought traveling. And I started working for a travel program in Belgium. So that was nice. So I did I do acting, but I also travel a lot. So I combine things and then I present. Because there are just so many parts, and you can't have like all the parts, and then sometimes you're too big, you're too small, you're too brown, you're
I'm
too
an
white.
actress as well.
You know how it
some
goes.
People here as well.
So I just thought,
we know all about that.
So I started Superstar. That gives me a lot of energy because I work with kids. You know.
So let's explain. So it's a summer academy, and it's like you get
actually
the
singing,
children.
dancing, and acting.
So it's for musical theatre.
Yeah, it's for musical theatre, but it's actually for the kids. They don't have to be perfect. You know, there are many things that kids have to be like perfect. Here they sing, they dance, they act. Famous people from Belgium, they give like workshops. They do a big show at the end, so it's very nice. And we do it like whole year, like always during the holidays. But in the summer, it's like a big festival, and we also vlog. So the parents can drop their kids, and then they can see like, oh, my kid now is singing, or she's now dancing. They can follow online. So we make it like very digital. Hospital.
Yes,
Very
fantastic.
2019.
Yes.
And besides that, now I'm in a movie from the Netherlands. So I also do some acting and I present. I just love it when I do different things. So I don't have to wait or I just thought I don't want to depend on a casting director or something. I don't know how you feel.
I do the same basically. So I try to find my own things to do.
Yes.
So I try to produce things. I actually direct a children's theatre festival as well. So
nice.
So
yes.
yeah, we have.
It's just nice. And sometimes there's a part and I think like, oh no, I don't like it, and I don't have to do it because I just create like my own work. I
Yes,
think.
exactly. So you started many years ago. So when you were young, did you act when you were a child, or is it something that you?
Yes, I did. I just knew when I was like, I think 8 or 9, I just want to be an actress or I want to work in the industry. And during my high school, where I met Frederike, the director, it's called like Kunstmajora. So we did like arts classes,
college,
drama,
okay.
drama, and then, like I said, I went to London and I traveled around a bit. And now I'm happy in Belgium doing my things.
Fantastic. And do you do musical theatre sometimes as well?
I used to do it. Yeah,
Because I read it somewhere, in fact.
Yeah, when I well, good research.
I done my research.
When I lived in Holland, I did Jungle Book, the musical, and then I thought I really like musicals. You know, some people they just hate it, but I
love musical
I
theatre
love
as
it.
well.
Yeah, so I like going to London. I like the musicals, but
Yeah.
I'm not the best at it. So I just thought, you know, the kids can do it. I direct it, and that's fine. And I watch it, and I just step back.
But your love for it is still there through the kids.
Yes. I love to go to Broadway or to the West End and see like the proper shows.
Fantastic. Okay, so any other films that you were in that sort of were important in your career as well?
We did like in Belgium, like a series like. I just heard somebody saying that you look like somebody from Orange is the New Black. We had like a version of that, like a prison series in Belgium. So that's what I did, where I had to go like naked with all the prisoners, and I had to be a lesbian girl in prison. So that was quite a tough experience, which I liked.
Very challenging, yes.
Very challenging. I remember driving to set going, oh my God, I have to be like naked and have sex with a girl today. How am I going to do it? You don't learn that in school, you know? So, but it was fun. Yeah, we had a lot of fun, and like all girls together, they can be like crazy, but it was very warm, and yeah, it was good. I had a good time. So that's what I did a couple of years ago, and now I'm in a movie called Misfit, and it's a production from Holland, and I was very impressed filming there because it's with many like YouTubers and online personalities, and they're just very famous, and they're not even like proper actors. So I think many things are changing. You have like the proper acting series, but you also have like in Belgium or in the Netherlands, where they put like the famous people in from online, because kids just watch YouTube and Instagram and all those things. So it's actually a movie with some really good actors, but also famous online people, which I find very interesting.
That's very interesting. Okay, and life in Belgium as an actress, do you also work in the 2 languages, or do you work mostly in Flemish and English? And
good question. I do my job in Dutch, actually, yeah. It's very, very, because we're such a small country, but it's so divided, but I work in the Flemish part.
That's great. But you also have the Dutch market as well to tap into.
Yes.
And I was also reading that you did a series called Flemish Hollywood Women. So tell us a bit about that. I found that...
Well, I was in it, but for a very small part, because actually my friend, when I used to live in LA, she was in it, and she had to do like many things. It's kind of a reality soap. So she was like, can you join me for doing this, or can you join me? And I was like, oh yeah, I'll do it. So I was just actually a friend of the main part who was in it, which was fun.
Fantastic.
Just fun, yeah.
Yes. And how is the acting scene then in your circles? Yes, in Belgium in general. Is it hard to get parts?
Well, I find it quite hard, and that's why I decided like many years ago I'm not going to depend on it. Like I said, I started the Superstar and the traveling program, so sometimes, you know, I'm like, I used to be in Hong Kong filming, and I thought like, I love this, and I just don't have to wait for the phone call. And I think people, when they're creative, they can create themselves. So it is tough, but we shoot nice things, beautiful movies, good series. I'm actually here with my partner, and he's now shooting for a Belgium series in Malta as well.
So he's an actor as well?
No, he's a DOP. He's the director of photography, a cameraman.
So by coincidence, he's also in Malta.
Also in Malta filming.
Fantastic.
So that's just nice, you know, you travel, you meet many people. So yeah, it's good.
That's good. Fantastic. So let's remind the audiences when to watch Binti.
I think it's tomorrow.
Yeah, it is tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, yes.
It's at the cinema, which is the Spazio Creative at the St. James Cavalier building, and it's part of the teens only section.
Yes. And I think everybody should watch it because it's such a touching movie.
Yes, it's true. I totally recommend the film. I loved it. It was very fun, colorful, very relatable characters. The themes are very important, but also tackled in a fun way.
And also because I know everybody works really hard to make the movie, but because I know my friend, I'm so proud of her that she realized it. So it's really a reason to go and support the movie.
Yes, it's great. Go and watch it. Thank you very much, Tatyana. That's great to have you here.
I love it here, and I'm going to stay here and drink my Prosecco.
Please, we have the Prosecco. So now we're going to have a little break, and we'll be back with our second guest for today, who's going to be Lana Baric from the film Deep Cuts, which is a Croatian film. So we're going to have a very short break, and we'll be back. Thank you.
Marija! Marko! A di ste ljudi?
Reci Davidu da odmah dođe doma.
A nemoj reći da si me vidio.
Kako je to bilo? Oskliznula sam.
Tata, mi ćemo se sad tu igrati, samo nam nemoj smetat.
Neću vam smetati.
Ispada baš kao ono u filmovima, kad žena padne niz skaline, a neće reći da je muž mlati.
A kaž se ti vrati doma?
Doći on tu, ne brigaj.
Jeste vidjela tu šljivu?
Kako šljivu?
Ne, to me boli. Glupana jedan.
Ili se tebi toga desilo da zapneš na ovom katu?
Dobre, si ti normalno?
Ti moj, mislim, tako ja. Marija! Marko! A di ste ljudi?
Reci Davidu da odmah dođe doma.
A nemoj reći da si me vidio.
Kako je to bilo? Oskliznulo se?
Tata, mi ćemo se sad tu igrati, samo nam ne mi smetat.
Neću vam smetati.
Ispade baš kao ono u filmovima, kad žena padne niz skaline, a neće reći da je muž mlati.
A kaž se ti vrati doma?
Doći on tu, ne brigaj.
Jesi ti vidjela tu šljivu?
Kako šljivu?
Da, to me boli. Glupana jedan.
Ili se tebi toga desilo da zapneš na ovom katu?
Dobro, jesi ti normalno?
Ti moj krv. Da se ne takrija.
Hello, and we're back at the talent talks of the Valletta Film Festival. We've spoken already to the actress, which is part of the film, the feature film Binti, and now we are here with another actress. We have Lana Baric, who is a Croatian actress, who is in the film Deep Cuts. Deep Cuts is a feature film from Croatia. It's in the competition. It's a competition film, and it will screen today at 9 p.m. at the Valletta Campus Theatre, which is one of the venues where all the films of the VFF are being screened. It will also screen tomorrow, Wednesday, at 1 p.m. in the same theatre, the Valletta Campus Theatre, which is the ex-MITP, for those who know it that way. So, Lana, first of all, will you be there for the Q&As tonight, after the screening?
I'll be there tonight. I don't think I'll be there tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. So, if anyone would like to go and ask further questions, be sure to catch Lana today after the screening at 9 p.m. at the VCT. Okay, we need to fix the microphone. Yeah. Is it working?
Yeah, it's working.
Yes. I think you just need to keep it very close to your mouth so that everyone can hear. So, Lana, let's start with talking a little bit about the film. So people here have not seen it yet. So let's tell the story a little bit of the film. It is divided into 3 parts, and you are in the first part, right? So tell us a bit about the film in general, and then also about the part that you are in.
I'm a really bad actress and a bad collaborator because I haven't seen the other 2 films.
Okay, but you will see them tonight.
Hopefully, yes, I will. I didn't even see them in the premiere because I had to do other thing, and then I jumped and I had to be like quickly there and then leave.
Okay.
So I really didn't have the time, and I didn't have to at the time because I wasn't present at the national premiere in Pula Film Festival. So that's horrible. I can only talk about my film. I've been collaborating with the director Dubravka Turic for a very long time because she's my friend, and we've also done 3 of her short films. I've done a previous one which won a Golden Lion in Venice, and then we did the Cherries, which actually as a separate part, as a separate short film.
Okay.
It premiered in Cannes.
Which year?
It was 2 years ago, because the authors were allowed to send separately the films as short films in short competitions, and then we had an opening of the whole like triangle, which is called Deep Cuts, as it was. This is how we got the money for the film, as a film which has
a feature film,
as a feature film that has 3 parts and 3 directors.
Yeah. So your part is the first one. It's called Cherries.
Cherries. Yeah.
Then we have a second part which is called White Bone Death, and then we have a third part which is called Objects That Sink. But today we're going to focus on the Cherries part. So yeah, I was seeing the credits. You can see that there are 3 directors, and they all directed their one of the 3 parts, right?
Yeah. Because it was a process of collaboration. I know our film is based on a story It's a short story written by a very famous Croatian writer called Olja Savicevic-Ivančević, and it has a different name. And Dubravka worked with her friend and a collaborator, Jelena Paljan, who also wrote the script for the film. And then she, of course, invited the actors and people that she wanted to work with. And I always like to work with her because I think she's one of the best directors in Croatia that we have right now. She's so subtle and very, very smart. She started as an editor and still edits, but she is an author, and she should be directing, and she's going to be directing now her 2 features. So the story focuses on a family, mother, father, and 2 boys, where we have a situation that the family presumes that one of the sons is a homosexual, which in a very small community in Croatia, it's a rural community, it's a huge problem, and it's sort of basically treated as a sickness, as it is in many countries nowadays, unfortunately. And
so it is a very real situation, basically.
It is very, very real situation. And these people do not understand. These people are not, it's a rural environment. Everybody expects everybody and in every family to go like the regular way of meeting the right girl, marrying her, having children, and having a job that you can live off. Obviously, this doesn't happen because one of the boys keeps spending time with another boy, and then the family presumes, he's homosexual. And then I don't want to spoil too much of the film if the people are going to see the film tonight, but you will see what happens. It's actually a sad story of not understanding, not being able to understand, and like where tradition and upbringing, very conservative upbringing, gets in the way of a happy life and a happy childhood and a happy family, as it happens in Croatia often. And I know Malta is very supportive of the LGBTIQ community, which I find like great, because in Croatia we still have a lot of fights to fight, but it's great. And for me it is very surprising, as Malta is one of 3 countries where abortion is still illegal, besides Philippines
so
and
we
Vatican.
Have these,
I was very surprised. I talked to Bojana today and I said, how is this possible? Well, you have a country that supports LGBTIQ community is so hard and it's very well known, and it's still
so legally now we're like one of the most advanced countries in the LGBT, but then abortion is illegal, so it's
and it also, divorce became illegal.
For a lot of us, it's like we can't understand. Like
divorce became illegal in 2011 on the referendum.
So things have changed very quickly in Malta with the divorce and also the LGBTI rights. So that's not to say that everything is solved, but at least on this issue, it's there's a lot of understanding. But I'm sure that in Croatia and even in Malta a few years ago, that there still are situations like in the film, like in Deep Cuts, where there's the family doesn't understand, and so
there is lots of situations like this, lots of in Croatia especially. We're also very conservative, and we're also basically very Catholic, but we do not, have that much support of the LGBTIQ community as you do here. But then again, divorce
is that something that Dubravka it feels very strongly about, this homosexuality issue, or is it one of the themes that she cares about?
I think what is great, she's Dubravka is something like Ang Lee. If you've seen films by Ang Lee, you will see that he's done all the genres. He's done, like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Then he's done Sense and Sensibility, and he's done, I think it's called Riding with the Devil or something like this, which is a Western. So he does all these genres. I think Dubravka finds a theme that really challenges her, and she often works with the same people, but then changes people as well, because I think film as such, as an art, is very, very challenging for her, and she finds a topic that is provoking to her and trying to find an answer. And because children generally are, a very vulnerable community, I think for me as a parent, and it's really important. I'm with my daughter on every gay pride, and I'm trying to bring her up in a very human way, I would say. So for me personally, it was very important to be a part of this film. And generally because I like to transform for the film, and I like to put on weight, look horrible, and have no makeup.
Don't we all? I'm also an actress, and I can see what you mean. We like transformation, let's say.
Yeah.
Sometimes also to the other side, I guess. Also looking better than we are or worse than we are.
I
So
always like to look
the
worse
process.
than I do.
You like that?
Yes, I like that. Worse, well, generally worse. I like to look adequate for the role.
Yes, of course. Mhm.
Because I think, we live in a highly aestheticized community and world where, some standards are imposed, especially on women, which I like to break all the time. And I am, as I am very socially active in many fields, and not just film, but I'm trying to work as much as I can and use my media space to stand for things that I do believe in, and also, use my voice for the people who cannot use theirs and have their space.
That's great.
So
That's important.
Yeah, I just try to look adequate, and I think something that provokes me and challenges me are not soap operas, where women look beautiful when they wake up.
But more like films like Deep Cuts, for example, where...
Yeah, I mean, if you see, like in most of my films, I look very different. I like to look different, and I like mask much more than makeup, and I leave makeup for what I wear privately. But
So how did you prepare for? So in this role, you are the mother of let's say a teenager. He's 13, I think, and then a younger son as well, called Kakov. So David and Kakov, right?
He's called.
It's fine. A teenager kid and then a younger kid who looks up to the brother, and you play the mom.
Yes.
And how did you prepare for this role then? Like physically, as you say, the physical transformation, but also psychologically and emotionally. How was that process?
Well, for me, it's not. It wasn't that difficult because I can easily relate to the situation like that, as I do know many people who've been in a situation like that and have struggled to make their parents understand this. So the opposite side, and I talk to them a lot, and I talk to Dubravka of how this is a rural Croatian community. Women do not pay that much attention on their looks. They're trying to be more productive work. They're trying to be moms. They have, they do not have a lot of money. They're trying to spend all their time bringing up the children and taking care of the family. Yeah. But the version of taking care of the family is very different in a conservative and traditional. These people are not PhD educated people, and their level of awareness is not that high, and this is where the worlds collide, and they're not, of course, they're not realizing that they're doing anything wrong. That's the point, I think, and the beauty, because they're not bad people. They're just not used to it. It's surprising. It's different. They're not ready. They're not informed. They do not understand. And when you confront that with their upbringing, it's normal that they just act as they do in the film.
In fact, I think the unifying factor of the three films I found, apart from violence, which is the main theme of the three stories, it's also the countryside, the beautiful, very beautiful Croatian countryside. So the photography of the three of them is, we see a lot of fields, and the colors are quite muted, and you do get that feeling that this is about sort of rural communities in the three stories. And how was so first of all, were you cast straight away because you knew Dubravka, or was there like a whole process for the casting of the actors, maybe of yourself and of the other characters as well?
I think I was cast in the beginning. She of course had to cast children. Really, this is important on film, and she was more concentrated on casting the children, and she did find Roko Glavina, who plays the main character, the boy.
He's great.
He is amazing.
Yes, he is.
and I've also been working with him on on some other projects, and I was very happy because the feature film I wrote and which we shot last summer, he also played in that film because I want, and the other, and Franco, I've also
who
done.
Who plays which character?
Who plays his brother?
His brother, David. Okay.
Yeah, yes, and he's he played also my son in another film.
Fantastic. Obviously Croatia is not a huge country either as well.
No, it's tiny. Yeah.
It's tiny.
So when, you know, the
bigger
children
than Malta for sure, but still not a huge community of actors.
No, of course not. And everybody knows everybody, so it's
same here, like in Malta.
Yeah, everybody knows everybody, and even though like there are many actors and actresses, I still find that it's really hard to find good people. You know, people who have a lot of experience and who are, I would say, above average and extraordinary. I mean, when you do a film, I'm going to be directing my short film very soon in the future. You're trying to make the best of it, otherwise why am I spending other people's money? So, yeah.
And how was being on set? How long did it take to film this first part of the film, Deep Cuts?
We filmed 10 days. We were there. So, yeah, because mainly everybody is situated in Zagreb, the capital, Croatia. We then went near the sea, and we filmed for 10 days, I think, all together, and we were like a little tribe, like a little family all together. It was a great experience because, you know, the head of every film is, of course, the director, and Dubravka is... she's amazing. She's so great. Her energy is amazing, and you really trust her because she knows what she's doing. She has this silent authority, and it's really great to be a part of the project that she directs.
So tell us now a bit about yourself as an actress. So when did you start, first of all?
I started a long time ago, when I was very, very little. I started going to drama classes. It was a drama group when I was in my elementary school. And then I continued doing that during high school as well, and went to the Academy of Performing Arts after that. So, I've had a sort of a way that I've always wished for, and like all my dreams came true. You know,
that's amazing.
Yeah,
it's very lucky as well.
Yes, and now I work in a Croatian National Theatre in Zagreb, and I do a lot of theatre as well. But I do a lot of film too. I'm trying to be as much as I can active in the community, in all parts, and trying to make my community and my country better for everybody, and especially for my daughter. I'm also the vice president of the Croatian Filmmakers Association.
Fantastic.
So, and we're trying to really establish the cinematography and the whole community, and connect it as much as we can with Europe and other cinematographies around and in region and broader. And I think we are now doing a good thing because for the last couple of years we have had some changes and things haven't been that good, and I hope, because we have a new director of the Croatian Audiovisual Center now, that things will be much better and that we will be back on track.
So how is the Croatian film industry in general? Is it thriving? Is there a lot of feature films and short films being made?
No, well, we lack money, as you know, everybody does, I guess, and we are we would definitely, because we do a lot of service right now, lots of productions, film productions,
just like here. So
just
there
like
are a
Malta,
lot of similarities, exactly.
Yes,
with a small
just
country, we do a lot of servicing as well.
That's how, you know, people have to earn money. Like you had Game of Thrones, we had Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So yeah. We do a lot of that, but we also do. There are lots of features, not that many, of course, within our budget, but being shot. And we really did have we just managed to put ourselves on the European map, and then again, you know, some changes came which were not that very good. And now I think it's gonna get better than it was. I hope that we will see. We'll see.
Keep fingers crossed for Croatian film industry.
We need it.
And how about what recent projects did you do then, apart from this film Deep Cuts? That
I will. I just I shot a short film also.
As an actress.
As an actress, just a short film. Well, it's called I don't know, what translation would be like, it's not a cheater, but when somebody, well, it doesn't matter. So it's a short film directed by a he's a great director. I've written a feature film which has been directed by my friend Danilo Sherbedja. I also played the main part, and it's now in post-production, and we hope it will see the light of day very soon.
Fantastic. What is the feature film about then?
It's about a woman who cannot. Well, I like to say who's trying to seek her own truth, even though that truth is not, that good or positive. But she can't conceive, but she cannot keep her pregnancy because they keep saying that she's not compatible with her husband, and then she starts going on this sexual journey where she perceives finds out, I guess, all kinds of truths about herself and people around her.
Okay.
And then in 3 days I'm going to be shooting another short film in Split, directed by Josip Lukic. It's called Julio. And then I'm going to be continuing because I'm on tour with a performance that I've done with Falk Richter in Théâtre National de Strasbourg. We've been visiting many European countries, and now we're going to go to play it in Weimar, in Netherlands, and then I'm going to be in Odeon in Paris for the whole month performing it.
That's quite a big venue, so
yeah.
Yeah. So that's great. So you are very busy. Then so you split your time between theatre and film. Do you do some television as well, or do you focus more on?
I did a sitcom actually for 6 seasons, and that was the only television that I did. I really enjoyed it, but now I'm focusing more on film and on theatre. Somehow I like it more. It's more challenging for me right now. Even though if there were to be a very good TV series, I would still
like
love
Game
to
of
do
Thrones,
it.
for example.
I haven't seen Game of Thrones. I have to say I'm not into that kind of thing. So I haven't seen it in a minute.
It's fantastic. So yeah, put it on your list.
I hope maybe in 20 years. I don't know.
Yeah, you need the time. There's 8 seasons, so
yeah.
Okay. So would you like to add anything else to?
Well, no, particularly. I'm visiting Malta for the first time. I'm very happy to be here because I have never been here, and
Good.
I like new communities and new venues. So it's nice, and I know the festival is still young. I hope it will grow into something really big.
Maybe we'll see your feature film here. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah,
we'll see.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Lana, for being with us and
much.
sharing all these thoughts with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's remind them first when they can see the film Deep Cuts again. So you can see it tonight at 9 p.m. at the Valletta Campus Theatre. And then you can also, and Lana will also be there doing the Q&A after the film. And then you can also see Deep Cuts tomorrow, Wednesday at 1 p.m. again at the Valletta Campus Theatre. Okay, so we've come at the end of this Talent Talks session. Thank you all for coming here, and thank you all for watching. Thank you, Melita, for putting this live. And we will see you tomorrow for the next Talent Talks session. And keep on coming to the Valletta Film Festival. Keep on watching, following the social media. The website is www.vallettafilmfestival.com, and there's a lot of details there, including the program, which is full of very interesting films, fantastic films, and other things like workshops. So follow the Facebook page and also the website. We'll see you tomorrow for the next Talent Talks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mikhail Basmajan, and I'm a television, film and theatre actor. Now, I also played the part of a police officer, a Maltese police officer, in a short film called Sheep, where my job was to guard the sheep. Now that was about 2 years ago, and it first premiered here at the Valletta Film Festival. Now the Valletta Film Festival is 5 years old, and it is the cinema event that should not be missed. Spans over 10 days, over 100 films, open air cinema, something you have to come to. Now, when you look at the program of the Valletta Film Festival, you can actually get confused. I mean, it is a great selection, but where do you start? That's why I'm here today. My job is to help you decide. Winners of various festivals, such as the Golden Bear Award at the Berlinale. Other films straight from Cannes.
Bullshit.
And we will be having the long-awaited full-feature documentary film Maradona. And this is based on 500 hours of yet unseen footage from Maradona's personal archives. Imagine that. A total of 12 feature and documentary, as well as 24 short films, will compete as part of the Cinema of Small Nations competition, eligible only to films from 34 small nations in Europe, Middle East and North Africa. All the feature films shown in the Cinema of Small Nations competition will be shown at the Valletta Campus Theatre. So as part of the festival, we also have a section called Islanders, and we have films like Capri Revolution, Twin Flower, a Maltese production called Bahar Zmin of Time and Sea by Peter Sant, starring Ruth Bort and Narsi Kalamata. And as part of the Islanders section, we also have a film called Islander. So we are at the Phoenicia Hotel, which is just outside Valletta. And actually this is the place where a lot of actors, directors and producers participating in the festival will be staying. One such director is the famed Hungarian director Béla Tarr, who will be giving a masterclass here on his work as auteur. Another famous director who will be giving a masterclass in directing is Liliana Cavani. This masterclass will be at the Valletta Campus Theatre. And we're going to have some free screenings here for you with some classic films such as 4 Weddings and a Funeral, Easy Rider, Vagora, which was filmed in Malta, and also the animated classic Coralie. 14th to the 23rd of June, Valletta Film Festival. It's an event not to be missed. See you there.